What's up, everybody? Welcome back to our channel. I think if you guys would see what I film on, like, you would crack up. I think I showed you in one of my videos. Anyway, you guys, literally, you know that statement, like, I just woke up like this? I literally just woke up like this. Alright, so I want to talk to you guys a little bit. So maybe I should start from the beginning because I have a lot of new subscribers, hashtag friends, hashtag family. This is what we all are here on this channel. Okay, so you guys know I went to the doctors yesterday. Alright, let me start from the beginning, okay? Because cancer is like, has this like powerful thing over you. It's so powerful, like, I can't explain it. Like, okay, I'll start and then I'll finish because, like, I'll be all over the place because that's how mentally screwed up I am right now. Okay, so when I'll start from the beginning. When I was, I think I was 19 or 20. I think I was 20. I had melanoma. I got it removed from my leg. No big deal. Do you know what I mean? Not me, not thinking it's a big deal. I baked in the sun, put on that tanning oil, mixed it with iodine. I don't even know if you guys know what that is, but we used to take it from the hospital, shake it up in a bottle, make us like golden freaking tan. Anyway, I got melanoma. Then 2014, I had Anthony. So right after, did I just say 2014? How terrible am I? 2004, I had Anthony. Right after I had Anthony, I went back to work and everything. I worked in the OR then. So, when you work in the OR, you become a hypochondriac. I'm not even kidding you. You think you have everything that you see on the table, every surgery that you are doing, you have it. You definitely have it. You're touching, you're looking, anything you see, you have it in your head, like mentally. That's how I was. So, I had this lump behind my ear, and the doctor was like, really? You know, like joking around. He's like, it's nothing. He goes, but since you're a hypochondriac, I'm going to have to do a CAT scan. So I said, all right, go ahead. Like, you know what I mean? I didn't care, hypochondriac or not. He did the CAT scan, calls me in his office. He's like, Jennifer, we did the CAT scan. There's nothing wrong. Nothing wrong over here. It's normal. There's a little something on your thyroid, but it's nothing. Do not even worry about it. Sure enough, go to endocrinologist. Go get it biopsied while they're biopsying it. Don't worry about it. It's going to be absolutely nothing. No big deal. I get a phone call like a couple days later to come in, and it was papillary carcinoma. I had my thyroid removed. Then 5 years later, I went back, which that's another thing I need to go back for. I went back, and then they found some residual thyroid tissue because of the jackass who took out my thyroid the first time. Did not do a good job. So I went back to an awesome, amazing surgeon. She's the best. So she went back in. She took out the residual thyroid tissue. She did that. Then 5 years later, it came back in my lymph nodes. I had a left neck dissection. So they took out 18. Out of 18 lymph nodes, 16 were positive. And that was papillary carcinoma. Again, went through it. Not a big deal. Because thyroid cancer, not a big deal. Do you know what I mean? Like, really, like when you first heard of it, you thought it was a big deal, but it's really not a big deal because it seems like everybody gets it. Do you know what I mean? Like, everybody gets thyroid cancer. You can live from thyroid cancer. You will not die from it. Well, there is one thyroid cancer that you can die from. That is medullary thyroid cancer. That is a deadly one. Like, I mean deadly. Thank God mine was papillary. It was not what I just said. So anyway, so make a long story short, went through that radioactive iodine thing where you couldn't be around your family, you couldn't touch things, you couldn't eat, like, you know what I mean? You had to be by yourself, like, secluded, like, isolation. It was a little crazy then. I think it's changed now, but it's a little crazy. So after you get your thyroid out, like, everything changes. Your mood swings, you're up, you're down, your weight, you're up, you're down, your skin, your hair, like, everything changes when you don't have a thyroid. So they have to put you on thyroid medicine. So you go on that, no big deal. Synthroid, not a big deal. Then I went for my regular checkup, which I always do, which I highly recommend to you guys. I go for my mammogram every single year. I've been going since I am probably 30. And the reason why I started so young was because I know you guys may know this, but not all of you know this because not all of you have been subscribed to my channel for as long. When I was 18, my mom got diagnosed with, what do you call it? Ovarian cancer. So she got diagnosed with ovarian cancer, and within a year she died. Like, it took her so fast. Like, it was crazy. So after my mom died, I was on top of everything. Like, I was a paranoid freak. I'm not kidding you. You guys could ask, like, anybody that knew me. I was a hypochondriac. I guess you would call it a hypochondriac. Well, I mean, like, wouldn't you be? Like, do you know what I mean? You see, your mom died. My mother died when she was 40. Like, 40 years old. Like, that's just ridiculous. That's not even living a life. And I told you guys, one of my really close friends, she was 36. She died of breast cancer. Holding her baby. She had a lump. She felt a lump. It was so hard. And it hurt. She went to the doctor. She died, like, really fast, too. Yeah. And that was recent. And then another one of my friends, she was 40. She went into the hospital for pneumonia. They told her she had stage 4 lung cancer and literally died a couple days later. Like, that was like a shock. Anyway, okay, so then after all this, I know I'm going all over the place, but after all this was said and done and I was clear with the cancer, I was fine. I went for my GYN checkup, and he said to me, I think we have to do a laparoscopy, which is they go in through your stomach and they look in, like they put 3 holes in your stomach, they look in, they look around, they check your ovaries, they check your uterus, you know, they move over your bowels, stuff like that. Not a big deal. Was not a big deal of surgery at all. And then he came out, he said, your ovaries are perfect, fine. I was like, yes, bada bing, bada boom, I am good to go. He's like, no, you need to go see a urology oncologist. So I was like, what? He's like, you have something on your bladder. He said, I find this very strange. You're very, very young. And this was 3 years ago, you guys, I think. 3 years ago or 2 years ago I had it. I can't even remember. I can't keep up with all this now. Okay, so I went for that. Still, again, still strong, no big deal, do you know what I mean? Like, was never, like, a thought in my head. Okay, so I went in, and as she went in and did the scope, because they scope you while you're up, like they did to me yesterday. So as she went in and did the scope, I know what it looks like. I've been in the OR 16 years. I know what cancer looks like. So I see this huge thing that looks like cauliflower. I was like this. Fuck! Like, are you kidding me? And I'm sorry, you guys, I never curse. That's exactly what I said. And she knew that I knew because I worked with her before a million times in the operating room. She knew I knew what it was. I said, okay, no big, she said, okay, no big deal. We're going to go in. It's not going to be a big deal. We go in, we take like this cautery thing and we go, shh, and we cauterize it all off. No big deal at all. Okay, no big deal. Get the surgery done. Come out of surgery. She said that she had to inject the chemo into the bladder. Okay, so she injected the chemo into the bladder. I said, okay, everything's good, everything's gone, you know what I mean? Yes, for now, for now. I said, okay. So, I went home. No big deal. On a little bit of pain medicine, you know what I mean? Because I was in pain. When I tell you pain, I was in pain. Then, as the days went on, the pain got worse, 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 worse. You guys, the pain was so bad. Like, it was so bad. Like, I can't explain it. I cannot explain this type of pain that took over my whole life for a year. I cannot explain it. I cannot explain it. It was worse than me having a freaking humongous, I was doing a total hip and the tray dropped on my foot and crushed my foot. It was worse than that. And it lasted every single day. Every day that I went to pee was, every time I went to pee, I literally did not want to, because my whole house would hear me scream. Like literally, I'd be like this. I'd be like, oh my God, no, please, I don't want to pee. I don't want to pee. I don't want to pee. Sure enough, it got so bad. I was in the hospital for 2 weeks and 4 days on a pain pump, because that's how bad it was. And what happened was I was allergic to the chemo. So I almost lost my bladder. Literally, my bladder was almost like gone. I'm not kidding you. Like, it was so bad. I didn't even care at that point if they had to take it out and I had a bag for the rest of my life. I'm not even kidding you, because that's how bad it was. It was so bad. So at that point, I was home and miserable, like miserable, home, depressed. You're sitting there, you're home, you're on pain medication, you're laying around, you're doing absolutely nothing. You are in so much pain, you don't even know what to do with yourself. You literally like wanted to die. Like literally, that's how bad the pain was. Like you never thought it was going to go away. And I didn't know anybody else who went through it except for one patient that she had, that she got in touch with her so I can call her to ask her, is this ever going to end? And she said, yes, I promise you it'll end. I promise. It was 6 months of torture. Torture. Like, I felt like my family was ruined. My son was 8. Like, yeah, he was 8. Like, how do you have an 8-year-old watch you like that? Do you know what I mean? And, like, just peeing all over the place and not being able to control it and everything else. So bad. So bad, not even funny. So anyway, to make a long story short, that's how I totally got into YouTube. Okay, that's how I totally got into YouTube, by watching. Like I told you guys, I started with Coffee Break with Danny, and then I started with Lush Deluxe, Desi, Kathleen Lights, and somebody else. I don't even remember at this moment. So that's how I got here. That's how I got to YouTube, because it was my out. Do you understand? Like, besides my foot and besides my bladder cancer, I had to do something with myself, or honest to God, I would be like in a sane asylum. I'm not even kidding you. Like, I was literally about to go crazy. I'm not kidding you. And at that point, I wouldn't even have cared if they like literally put me in a psychiatric ward, because when you're home and you're in so much pain, you don't know what to do with yourself. There's nothing you could do. Like, you could take all the pain medicine in the world. It's still not working. It's still not going away. It was not doing anything. It didn't matter how much I took. So, to make a long story short, you guys, I picked my shit up, got my shit together after the pain went away, which took forever, and I said, I'm going to do something. I'm going to do something. I decided to jump on here, turn a camera on, and start it. I had to start something. As a cancer patient, as a cancer survivor, you need an outlet. And you know what? Anybody who is at home, who has absolutely nothing to do for any illness or any disease, mental disease, anything, you need an outlet. If you don't have an outlet, you will lose it. You will never get your life together. You will never get back on track. It was like I was in the house for a year. I wouldn't answer my friends' phone calls. I didn't see anybody. It was bad. It was pretty bad. Like, I shut so many people out of my life that were so important to me. But I just thank God, like, those are the friends I'll always have, and they will always be there for me, no matter what, no matter how crazy I am, no matter if they felt like I was missing for a year. Like, unless, like, I know, like, a lot of people say, oh, you know, I understand how you feel. You can never understand how somebody feels, even if it's my mom died of cancer. Do you know what I mean? And then my dad met this great lady, and 15 years later, they were married, and she was awesome. She was amazing. She was my second mother. Like, we got a chance at having a second mom. And that was just at the time that we were still young. We were getting married. We were having kids. She died of cancer. that was awful, awful. But as a cancer patient, you can never know how somebody feels in the back of their head every single day, because it's like, are you worried? Are you worried? Like, oh my God, is it going to come back? Is it going to come back? Every time you go to the doctors, or every time you feel a lump, every time you feel anything, all you think about, the only thing you think about is your kids and your family. That you don't think about anything else. Is your kids, your family. Like, seriously, like, you know what I mean? I have a 12-year-old. Like, that's crazy. Like, I think crazy stuff in my head, and I just said, I gotta stop thinking like this. I gotta stop thinking like this, you guys. So I did, and I was fine. And I was doing freaking amazing. I was on here, and I met so many amazing people. Like, and this is my place. You know, like Facebook is some people's place. Not only is this my place for my makeup, this is my place for me. This is my place for everything. Like, this is my comfort zone. And I know it may sound crazy because it's just me talking into a camera, but I'm not talking into a camera. I am talking into 8,000 people that actually truly care about me. No, maybe not 8,000, but you know what I mean? Like, that's what I feel like. I never feel like I'm talking to myself. I always feel like I'm talking to you guys. I know it may sound so frigging weird, but I feel like as if you're right there. Like, here's my window, and we're all sitting down, and you're right there. Like, that's how I feel. That's how I feel so connected to you guys. And yes, I have a YouTube channel. I'm grateful. It's blowing up. It's great. It's everything. But it would be nothing without you guys, because, like, I wouldn't have that outlet. And I'm so grateful that you guys gave me that chance. Like, and you actually grew to like the nutty me that I am. Like, truly, truly grateful. Like, blessed completely. Like, I never thought that many people would actually want to sit here and watch me. Anyway, to make a long story short, yesterday I went back to the doctor. I did the ultrasound. He comes in. He says, listen, this is before he even puts the scope in yesterday. He goes, you know, the radiologist sees, you know, suspicious, whatever it's called, blah, 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 blah. So, and he said, your cytology's good, your kidneys are good. I was like, oh, that's great. You know what I mean? No big deal. I like, all right. So now I'm good. Do you know what I mean? I'm freaking happy. And then he's like, well, you know, well, let's look in here with the scope, because, you know, they see something suspicious. Of course, you're here to get a scope done anyway. So they put the scope in, and I don't know if you guys know, but they put it in, like, I know it may sound gross to you, but I don't know if you guys ever had a cystoscopy, but they actually take the scope and they put it in from where your urine comes out, because they have to get inside your bladder. But it's not a big procedure. Like, they just put it in for 5 minutes and they look around. So he's looking around. And while he's looking, I said, fuck. Just like that. And he looked at me. He's a new doctor. And I said, I apologize. I'm really sorry. But, you know, when you work in the OR and you see so many things, like, you kind of know what it is already. So anyway, he took the scope out. To make a long story short, he said to me, so I'm going to set you up with surgery, you know, and we're going to remove this. And I said, okay. I said, but you know what? Like, I just started a job that I absolutely love. Like, there's so many things that I'm loving right now about my life. Like, I said to him, I am begging you. I am begging you, just please listen to me. Do not give me that chemo that you gave me the last time. Do not. I mean, he didn't give it to me. Somebody else did, a different doctor. He said, I promise you, I will not give that to you. Don't worry about it at all. Don't worry about it. It's not going to be like it was the last time. And all I keep thinking, and if you're a cancer patient, if you're a cancer survivor, you know how I'm feeling. Like, all you keep thinking is, are you going to feel that pain again? Do you know what I mean? Or like, when does it end? You know, or is there an end? Like, you always feel like, are you going to die from this? Is this going to be your destiny? Because you were born with cancer. Like, supposedly everybody's born with cancer cells and something triggers it, or they just come out. I don't know if that's true or not. You know, I got to ask my oncologist about that, because I don't know if everybody's born with it. I got some shitty ass genes, I'll tell you that, but I don't know if everybody's born with it. Do you know what I mean? I do want to ask them that. So at the end of the day, I'm going to have surgery in 2 weeks, and I will definitely do it like soon. And I went to my job today to tell them, but my boss wasn't there, because like I love my job, you guys. Like, I love it. I'm not kidding you. Like, I love my job. And I just started, so I was like, oh, damn, you know what I mean? Like, but I'm hoping, like, it's just going to be a couple of days, you know what I mean? Bada bing, bada boom, get it out and done and over with. But what I will tell you is, after, like, today and yesterday, like, I cannot, like, feel sorry for myself. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't do that to myself. I can't keep going back and forth and saying, is it going to be this, or is it going to travel to here, or when is it going to come back again, and keep going through my head. Because when I tell you guys, if you do that to yourself, you will make yourself nuts. You will make yourself nuts. And I know there's a saying, and you guys, I'm Catholic, I believe in God, like, and I know there's a saying that God doesn't give you more than you can handle. I know that that's a saying. I honestly don't believe that sometimes. And God forgive me, but I don't believe it sometimes, because sometimes you can't handle everything. You know what I mean? Like, you just can't. And you know what? It's okay, because you know why? That's why there's psychiatrists. That's why there's therapists. That's why there's doctors out there for you who can't handle it. So whether you're going through cancer, drug addiction, being addicted to alcohol, what else? What else is so bad out there? Because right now, those are some pretty bad things that are out there right now. I mean, the young kids where I live, forget about it. Forget about it. It is so bad. It is terrible. You need an outlet. You need an outlet. You need therapy. If you need help, you know what? Say, so what? I need help. I need to go talk to somebody. And you know what? You know what's funny is, when I went to go talk to somebody, I went to talk to her for a long time, and I stopped going. But now I'll probably go back a little bit, you know what I mean, just to talk to her again and catch up. But I liked it. Like, I liked just telling her how I felt, and do you know what I mean? Like, saying, like, you know what? I cursed. Not that the cursing is good, but that, like, I got it out. Like, I said everything I wanted to say. Like, the crazy shit that I thought in my head. I said, am I a weirdo for thinking this? Like, am I a weirdo for thinking every single day, okay, oh my God, I got a lump, I need to go to the doctors. Oh my God, this hurts, I need to go to the doctors. Oh my God, oh my God. Like, I was like a nut job. I'm not kidding you guys, a nut job. Okay, so at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, like it is now, there's nothing I can do about it. Like, there's not one thing that I could do about it to change what is happening to me. Do you know what I mean? And, like, if there was, I would. Do you know what I mean? Like, when you're an alcoholic, you go for help, and you get help. When you're, well, some people don't. A lot of people like to drink in my family. I'm kidding. Well, not really, but I'm kidding. But, like, okay, so when you're an alcoholic, you go for help. When you're a drug addict, you go for help. Or you pray that they go for help. You know what I mean? You pray that they go get that medicine that will help them, and they will live the rest of their lives. Because that's another whole topic I can get on with so many people, that it's just so sad when there's help out there for them. With cancer patients, you can get all the help in the world, because we're fighting for our life. Do you know what I'm saying? And these people, you know what's funny, you guys? I always thought, like, a drug addict was like, ugh, a drug addict. You know what I mean? Like, are you kidding me? They do drugs. What? No. It is so bad out there. Like, you could just easily get addicted to drugs. Like, not like, if you go get, for instance, say you get your tooth pulled. Say you get your tooth pulled. If you have that personality, if you have that addictive personality, it can happen. And you know who's the worst people out there for it? Are the doctors who are writing those scripts. Who are writing them constantly, and they don't stop. And then now their kids are taking their mother's stuff, and it just gets really bad. I can go into a topic on that a whole another day for you guys if you want. but that is one bad disease. I think it is just as bad as cancer. I'm not even kidding you. It's bad. So anyway, so back to cancer. Like, so we go to the doctors, we fight, we try our hardest. Like that's why that is my favorite song. Like, if Rachel Flack let me use that song on any video, like, forget about it. I would be using it all the time, because this is my fight song. Like, this is it, because this is me. That's what I'm going to do. Do you know what I mean? Like, of course I'm going to fight it. I'm going to beat it. I know it's going to suck, and it's going to suck so bad, but it's something that I have to do. I don't have a choice to do it, you know, and that's what I'm just trying to tell you guys. And I know a lot of you guys are, I know my subscribers, and a few of you guys are cancer survivors, so I know you must think the way I think sometimes. You must think crazy shit in your head, like, when is it coming back? Or, you know, how long do you have? Or, like, why does this happen? There's so many things that go in your head. But I will promise you guys this. I'm strong. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do the surgery. I'm going to bang it out. I'm going to be back at work. I'm going to be filming. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be filming tomorrow. I'm not going to stop my life anymore for that. I just can't. Because you know what? Things could happen. You can get hit by a bus tomorrow and not be here. Do you know what I mean? So I am not going to mentally screw up my head and my mind, because the power of cancer is so strong that it can make you so friggin' nutty and on edge all the time. And who wants to live a life like that? Whether you have 5 years to live or 25 more years to live, you don't want to live on edge. You want to live as much as you possibly can and enjoy every second of the day. And I'm just starting to realize this, like, none of this matters. None of this. Like, none of this, you guys. You don't need 20 brushes. Like, none of this matters. What matters is your health and you being happy, and that is it. Yes, this matters to me because it's my room and it's my outlet and it's fun. But you guys, when you see all this stuff, you guys don't need all this stuff. Do you know what I mean? Yes, it's great. It looks fun. It looks like, wow, I would love to have that, or I can't afford to have that, or don't worry about all that. Do you know what I mean? It could, because it's just material stuff. And at the end of the day, or at the end of the year, it goes in the garbage. Do you know what I mean? It literally goes in the garbage. So you know what's more powerful? Us as women, we're powerful. We are powerful. We're strong. We can do anything. We can do anything. And I just want to thank you guys. Truly, like, this is a microphone, okay? From Bobby Brown. You know, this is, I just want to truly thank you guys. I know my time is going to be up because I'm talking so much. I just want to tell you where I stand, what had happened. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to be fine. That's all I'm going to keep saying to myself, and we're going to keep it moving here. It just sucks. Yeah, it sucks. Yeah, of course you can feel sorry. I can feel sorry for myself for a day or two, but that's it. I can't just lay down like I did today. You know what I mean? I went to my job. I told them I filmed, came home. What did I do? I laid down and took a nap because mentally I'm exhausted because I couldn't sleep last night because I went to doctors yesterday. So I just kept thinking, like, I guess the doctor was right. I went to Sloan Kettering in New York, and she said to me, and she was nasty too. She's like, I will see you back here in a year from now. And I'm like, she don't even know what she's talking about, because you know what? A year had passed, and she was wrong. Maybe she was right. You know, maybe it would come back again. This is one cancer, you guys, that just comes back. Don't know why it does. It just does. It's a pain in the ass. It sucks. At the end of the day, listen, I'm here. You're here. We're going to fight this together. We're going to beat it. Anybody who's a cancer survivor, anybody who's going through the treatments right now, I pray for you guys, and I'm here. I can be your outlet if you need me. Trust me, I am here. I will answer any question, but you just have to remember, enjoy every single second of the day. Don't complain about the little shit. We can't complain about the little shit anymore, even though we can, actually, really, because everything's relevant. Do you know what I mean? Like, everything is relevant. So what? You know what? You got a haircut, bad haircut? Yeah, you can complain about it. Because you can, because it's your hair, and that's just how you feel. Not everybody is sick. Do you understand? So everybody's going to complain about other things, but people who are sick will say, oh, look at them complaining. I wish that's all I had to complain about. I get it, but everything's relevant too. Do you know what I mean? Like, we all have our cross to bear, you guys. We really, really do, to carry, whatever I meant to say. We all have that cross to bear. How do you say it? I can't even say it right. Anyway, you guys, I want to say thank you guys from the bottom of my heart, and I love you guys so much, and I just wanted to give this message out there to you guys. I'm not sure if you really stayed till the end because I know this was a long video, but that was my journey. That was my cancer journey, and it sucked, and it sucked big time. There was nothing worse than that in life. Nothing. Besides seeing 2 moms die and a friend die of it, going through it, it's bad. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad mentally, physically, everything. It can take control over you. But I'm just learning that you have to take control over yourself and try to stay as positive as you can. You're going to have your good days, your bad days, your in-between days. You're going to just have those days, but that's just what happens when you have cancer, because you just think and think and think and think. Do you know what I mean? But no big deal. I will let you guys know when I'm having the surgery. Actually waiting for the doctor's office to call. I heard my phone ringing, so I don't know if that was them now. But I'm waiting for them to call. I will let you guys know definitely when I'm having it. But I will be back on tomorrow because I have another great video for you guys. And I'm just going to keep it moving. That's all. There's nothing I can do about it. It's out of my hands. It's not like I could take this magical pill and it be over with. So it's out of my hands. I just got to do what the doctor says, and I just got to keep moving. So that is it. That's my message to you guys. Keep it moving. Do you know what I mean? Like, just keep it moving. God, you guys, life is short. I'm not saying like, you know, but it is short. You just don't know. And I love you guys from the bottom of my heart. And thank you so much to all of you to subscribing to my channel. I think you're amazing. And like, yeah, you guys are it. You guys are it. This is my thing. You guys are it. And I love you. All right, my friends, I have to go because I have to go somewhere with my husband to see about something. So I will see you guys in our next video, which will be tomorrow. So peace out. Have a great night. And I hope this helped somebody. I really did. At least if it could help one person to just move on. Don't worry about it and find your outlet. You need your outlet. You need your thing, your little niche that you need to find to keep you busy and work. Work if you can. If you cannot work, you need to find something to do it yourself, or you're going to go nuts. You're really going to go nuts like I did, and that was not fun. It was not fun at all. All right, you guys, peace out. I will do a story time soon, but I just wanted to give you an update of what's going on. I love you guys from the bottom of my heart, and I'll see you on the next video. Ciao.